This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Coach, I got to tell you, you should be jealous back in that studio because we have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Offense.
There.
Let's go. 58, come on. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now. Well, look now at our starting defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Olivier Vernon. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Check 25. Check 25. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Protein spill.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Matt Judon there to bring him down. So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, alert 33.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 34.
Line 36. Line 36. Regular. My touch.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely. First down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 76 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
36 to Mike. Check.
Second down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert! Hey, wahoo! Hurry! 36 to Mike. 3 bucks.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. He can run for it. The Browns are in. Touchdown. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist bump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 13 carries, 62 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball there, nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check, check.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. King. 48th month. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Bravo.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Hey, let's go. At the 42-yard line. Hurry! Here we go, D.
First down, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Hey, Charlie. Hurry. Go on. Come on, D. That's it, baby.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Watch it. 180. Hey, alert 33. 36. Hey, exit. 36.
Mayfield on first down. And he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Regular. Switch.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Alert. Lucky. Run.
Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the
possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To throw, Mayfield, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Line 36.
Mayfield now. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Hey, Delta. 48.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
King. Go. Watch him. Hey, we got tight end.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And
he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Ingram. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Now this one complete on the slant route. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. The field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. On second down, Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Jackson now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw again is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Taylor Gabriel, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that one all even as they play the visiting Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Alpha! 36! Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert 33. Kill. Regular.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, zoom.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. He's playing. The Raven offense set at the to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Snead's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Ingram again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Run. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Coming to you. Check. Pistol. Let's go.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
33.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for two. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And the Browns getting set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Kings.
Line 36.
Hey, alert.
Watch 36 to Mike.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
48. Pistol. All right, T, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check, 48's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Pistol.
Line 36. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Regular. Hurry. Hey, Haywood. Hurry.
48. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Up.
48.
Mayfield to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Alert.
Line 36.
Hey, high 7.
Mayfield with it once more. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to from the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Anderson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 3rd. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 3rd return for Browns TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. That one caught out wide by Boykin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Ingram, and he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this throw caught left side, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Bravo.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Trips. Watch 36. 36 the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike, 58, right there.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run, Chubb, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
180.
Mike is 59. Mike.
Hey, award 33.
On the carry, it's Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 31. Check 31.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the 4th quarters here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, 2nd one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Olivier Vernon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. but relentless. That's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying him. The Ravens on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Landry. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Pistol. Back. Alert.
Now Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment man here said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw.
For the Browns, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll